Welcome to the Jim Florentine Comedy Metal Midgets podcast right here on riotcast.com. I want to thank my buddy Troy Kwan for coming up with the new opening, making that for me, and then also the little music bed that's underneath the ads you just heard. So he's a good dude. If you need any production work at all, his prices are very reasonable, and he does a kick-ass job. You can get him at Troy Hinson, HINSON @gmail.com. Make sure you subscribe to the podcast, too. If you get a chance, just subscribe to it. It helps with the podcast numbers. And also, if you leave a comment, I guess it's on the iTunes page or Stitcher Radio, wherever you pick the podcast up, leave a comment because that helps with the ratings with the podcast, too. So it's easy to just subscribe, and then it just, when it gets released, it just goes right into your fucking wherever. You know? I don't know. You know, these fucking nerds know how to finagle the numbers where their podcasts get really popular and way up there on the charts. So I don't know how to figure that stuff out. I'm not a nerd. I don't know that shit, but they figure it out, and somehow they make it work. So I'm slowly catching on. It just helps with the network, with the Riotcast network. We got a great network going with a bunch of podcasts, so helps with advertising and shit like that. Basically, just to keep these podcasts for free, which we're going to do, you know. Who would want to pay for this shit? I get it. I wouldn't either. I got some upcoming comedy tour dates, some new dates coming up. I'm touring with my buddy Don Jameson from That Metal Show, and my buddy out in California called Dean Delray. That's got a great podcast, too, called Let There Be Talk. I did his podcast like 6 months ago. Me, him, and Don are going to be doing January 8th, American Comedy Company in San Diego, California. Me, Don, Dean Del Rey, and we're going to do a regular stand-up show, and then at the end of the show, we're going to do a live podcast for the audience. I'll be doing mine, Dean will be doing his. And then the next night, January 9th, the Improv in Hollywood, California with Don Jameson and Dean Del Rey. It's going to be a regular stand-up show like that, and also a live podcast we'll be doing in front of the audience. So come out if you guys are on the West Coast. I know I get a lot of feedback from the West Coast. Come out here. Well, I'm coming, and we're doing a podcast and a regular stand-up show. And we're going to have some rock stars come on the podcast both nights. We're trying to book some guys. Hollywood would be easy. A bunch of those guys live out there. San Diego, we're still working on, but we'll definitely have some guys come down, and they'll be in the audience and hang and watching the comedy show and doing the podcast. So check that out. January 30th, February 1st, Magooby's Joke House, Timonian, Maryland. That's right outside of Baltimore. I'll be doing comedy there. February 6th, the Improv in West Palm Beach, Florida. First time in South Florida in a while. And then I know February 8th, the Saturday, I'm doing a Sunrise Theater in Fort Pierce, Florida. Friday, February 7th, I'm doing someplace in Miami. It's not booked yet. And then actually February 5th, the Wednesday, I'm doing this like little Italian restaurant in Coral Springs, Florida. That's pretty much where I lived for a while. I don't know the name of the place. I'll get it for you, but I'm just doing a little show there the first night I get in town. So, and then February 28th, Music Fest Cafe, Bethlehem, PA. March 1st, Colonial Theater in Phoenixville, Pennsylvania. So check those dates out. All right. Let's start the podcast. Winter just started here in New Jersey. We've had a couple different snowfalls. And this podcast will be all about people panicking because of the weather. You know those people that talk about the weather? They got nothing else to talk about, so they just fucking babble about the weather. You're in line at the store. Yeah, you know, it's getting cold out, isn't it? Why would that guy say that? Why? He's just trying to make conversation. I get that all. It's getting cold. I can't believe it's getting cold out. What do you want me to say to that, sir? Seriously. What? Why are you just making conversation? I didn't turn to you and say, say something to me, will you? Come on. I don't like this uncomfortable silence. You did it all on your own. You just can't stand there and mind your own business. I don't know you. You don't know me. I don't want to know you, and you probably don't want to know me. So why even bring that up? What kind of reaction were you hoping I would give you when you said to me, it's cold out there, huh? Seriously, what were you expecting back? Were you hoping I'd say, you know what, you're right, sir. It's in the middle of January in New Jersey, and I didn't even realize it was cold out until you just said that. You know, when I get home, I should probably change out of the tank top and shorts that I'm wearing. You know, I was wondering why I'm walking around. Everyone is bundled up, wearing hats and gloves. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with people? So weird, man, that you brought that up, because that was just on my mind. It was funny because when I was leaving the house today to come to the store, my wife's like, what the fuck are you wearing that for out at this time of year? And I just thought she was being a bitch to me. I'm like, well, what's her problem? Now I know. Thank you. Is that the response you were looking for? Ugh. The worst is the first storm of the year, because you get caught up in that panic. Everybody fucking panics. You know, you go to a store, there's 4 inches coming the next day, and you're stuck in a line somehow with fucking 40 assholes buying snow shovels. What happened to the snow shovel from last year? Why all of a sudden are you buying a new one because the first storm's happening? What? Seriously. The last time you shoveled snow, that last year, that last shovel, that last push broke your shovel, and you just decided, all right, I got to get a new one now? Is that what happened? What happens to these shovels? That's what I want to go down that line with these fucking assholes standing there with their snow shovels. I'm just trying to go in there to get some milk for my fucking kid, and I got 40 people in front of me. I just want to go down that line and go, so what happened to your shovel that you're buying a new one? What about the one you used last year? What's wrong with that one? That didn't pick up the snow? Did someone steal your snow shovel sometime over the summer, went in your garage, and they stole your shovel? Is that why you're buying a new one? I've had the same snow shovel for fucking 7 years. It's not like they make better ones now. All of a sudden, like, holy shit, did you see the new snow shovels? The way they pick the snow up and how much they can? In one swoop? That does not, no, the snow shovel is it's never advanced in all these years. Except for they made plastic. They used to be metal. And you hit a piece of ice and the metal would fucking bend and then you couldn't pick shit up. Other than that, they turned them into plastic, but they've been the same. They've never upgraded the shovel. So why the fuck are people buying them constantly when the first snowstorm comes? Yeah, they're out of shovels everywhere. Well, go back in your garage. You used the one last year. Is it because you want something new? Because you got a fucking hole in your life and you just want to go out and buy something new because that's old now, that shovel you used last year? Is that why you're fucking online with a bunch of other dicks? And I got to wait fucking 40 minutes to buy a fucking gallon of milk? Because you want something new. You have to have something new to make yourself feel better for about 3 seconds. And then you go back to your miserable life. Your marriage isn't going to get any better when you buy that, after you buy that brand new shovel that you're excited for because you want something new. When you get home, she's still going to be a cunt. You're still going to be an asshole. There's still going to be problems. Your kids are going to be fucking dicks. That's not going to change because you needed a little fucking, a new shovel to make yourself happy for 3 seconds. You still got to drive home and walk back in that fucking nightmare of a house that you live in. Nothing's changing. So get the fuck out of my way. Let me buy my milk and go fuck yourself with your shovels. Use the old one. Ugh. Fucking. It's unbelievable how much people panic. Especially, you guys live on the West Coast, you don't get it. Look, if snow is hitting Los Angeles, like you're getting a dusting or a 1 inch of snow, everybody in that fucking state of California, in Los Angeles, wherever, has the right to panic. Everybody. Nobody go get in their cars. Nobody go to work. I get it because you never do it. You're not used to it. You never get snow. You don't know how to react to it. I totally get it. But when you live in a place where there's snow and you've been living here your whole life, it's still the same. Nothing has changed. It's still the same snow. It's been since we were little kids. It's still the same roads it's fallen on. It's still the same ice that's forming. Nothing has changed. You've been dealing with this for so long. It's not like all of a sudden it's way different now. Like, oh, man, I got to readjust to the way this fucking snow comes down and way hits the pavement and shoveling. It's the same shit. I had to call fucking Roto-Rooter this week because I had a problem with one of my toilets. And we were getting like 1 inch, 1 to 2 inches the other day. And the guy on the phone's like, look, I go, can you come out tomorrow? Because it was late in the day. And he's like, it all depends. It all depends on the weather. I go, we're only getting 1 inch of snow right here in this area where I live. He goes, yeah, but, I'll have to see tomorrow. I'll have to see how the weather is. I'm like, you know what? I just wanted to hang up. Okay, you fucking pussy. Whatever. I really just wanted to hang up on him, but I needed my fucking toilet fixed. The guy is worried. He works for Roto-Rooter. Think about it. And he's worried because there was 1 to 2 inches. No more than 2, probably 1 inch. And he was worried about how the roads were going to be the next day. You were really worried about that? You're not brave enough with a little fucking dusting on the road to come out and do your job? Think about what this guy does. He goes into septic systems with people's turds an inch away from his face. But he's afraid to drive with a little fucking coating on the street of snow? Seriously, he's down in a septic system. There's fucking shit everywhere. There's piss. It reeks. He's standing. He's got these big boots on that go up to his knees because he's standing in shit and fucking waste and excrement. Excrement. And this guy's afraid of a little snow. To me, that's way fucking braver. He's climbing into a wall of shit, plunging somebody else's logs, is way braver than driving in the snow. I'd rather drive through a fucking blizzard drunk with 4-ball tires than play with someone else's shit in a septic system or in a bathroom. That's some balls to do that. You're fucking brave. When I have to change my son in the shit that just hits my finger a little or whatever, I fucking flip out. I'm scrubbing for a half hour, and that's my son's shit. That's family fucking turds, not even somebody else's. Imagine having somebody else's shit or piss on you. And that happens at like 10 o'clock in the morning, and you got it on the rest of your day, and you got to go eat lunch and fucking bite into a sandwich. That's very brave. That guy deserves a lot of money. And they do get a lot of money, and they deserve it to deal with that. But you're a fucking little afraid of a little fucking 1 inch of snow to come out? He actually left a message for me the next day on my phone. We're going to have to wait another day because the roads are a little slick out there. That's what he left, and I never called him back, and I'm like, I'm done with this guy. Really? A little slick? What about when you have to go in someone's bathroom when the toilet is overflowed all over the floor, and you have to walk through an inch of piss and shit? To me, that's the definition of slick. I'd be petrified I'd slip. If that was me, seriously, that's fucking slick. I'd call the homeowner into the bathroom and go, look, who's the fat fuck in the family that clogged this bowl? Get him down here with a shovel and a mop and clean this floor. I'm not walking through it. I'm not fucking risking slipping and falling in your shit and your piss. It's a little slick. We'll have to put it off till tomorrow. Okay, good. Good. Have fun playing with someone else's logs for a living. Great. I'm sure you're real fucking happy with your life. I hope you have to fucking chew your fingernails after you just play with someone's logs. I hope you got a hangnail and it's bothering you, so you just stick it in your mouth to fucking fix it. The roads are a little slick. With a nor'easter coming, so I gotta watch the weather. Fuck, who gives a shit where a storm is coming from? If you live in the Northeast, on the East Coast, you get this every once in a while. There's a nor'easter coming. I don't give a fuck where the storm is coming from. It really doesn't give a shit. It really doesn't matter. What, is it worse than a storm that comes from the Midwest? Really? What happens to that storm? Is a nor'easter worse? Do I call, if there was a storm's coming in from Chicago, from the Midwest, it's in Chicago. Do I call my friend in Chicago? Dude, how's the storm out there? Is it, what? I don't give a fuck where it's coming from. Just tell me how much snow's coming, what kind of damage you're expecting, how much rain, or whatever the fuck it is. That's a nor'easter. There's a bad nor'easter coming. Unlike one coming from Canada, because that wouldn't be that bad, because it's not a nor'easter. Fuck that word. That word stinks. You got a bad nor'easter coming. I did, if you noticed, I just coughed away from the microphone. I have gotten feedback that people don't like when I gulp water, when I take a sip of water. Because it's disgusting. You can hear me gulp. And please shut the mic off when I do that. So I'm trying to be respectful, and I just fucking coughed away from the mic. So I hope that didn't freak anybody out. That's funny, the feedback you get. Dude, you fucking... It's disgusting when you gulp water. I'm sorry. I'm sorry if that freaked you out. You know what? For the people that freaks you out, here's this. I got water right here. Listen to this. Did you hear that gulp? There's a nor'easter. Ugh. I hate these weather people. I hate them. I really do. Seriously, if you're talking about the weather, you got nothing else to talk about. You're just making small talk. That's all you're doing. You're just fucking filling silence by just blurting out shit. The plane, that's another one, the big weather thing. I went to fucking Orlando last week. Pilot gets on. All right, it's 10 o'clock in the morning or 11 o'clock in the morning. All right, currently the weather is sunny and 73 in Orlando. We'll give you an update, when we're closer there. Why? What is the fucking difference? Let's think about it. It's 11 o'clock in the morning in Orlando, Florida, and it's sunny and 73. The plane ride from fucking Newark to Orlando was like 2 hours. How is that weather going to change? What's it going to be when you give me that update about an hour and a half into the flight? If it was 73 and sunny at 11 in the morning, was it going to be 76 and sunny? I don't care about that 3 degrees. It doesn't make a difference. You don't have to give us an update. Just say, hey, it's going to be fucking mid-70s today in Orlando, so it should be a good day for you guys that are going to spend the day there or whatever. That's all. I don't need an update. Unless there's a fucking massive storm coming, give me an update. Other than that, it's really only going to change a few degrees. Not a big deal. Really not. I'll give you an update when we get closer. I don't need it. Shut your fucking hole. This pilot's driving me nuts. Yeah, well, flying to Orlando, the winds are going to be northwest at 7 miles. I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit what the winds are. I'm not flying a plane. When I get to wherever I'm going, I'm not flying a kite. I don't give a fuck. If I was flying a kite, I'd want to know what the winds were. I'm not playing a football game where I got to fucking take the ball into the wind, and I got a field goal kicker like, oh shit, we better fucking play on this side because you got the wind to your back. I'm not doing any of that. I'm just going into your town to tell jokes. I don't give a fuck. Or I'm going on vacation. It doesn't matter. I'll deal with the wind. It means nothing to me. That's shop talk for fucking pilots. 7 knots coming northwest. I don't give a fuck. Doesn't matter. Nobody on that plane gives a shit what the wind is. No reason to say that. Just give me the weather, what it's going to be anywhere, on TV, anywhere. Give me the weather, what it's going to be at 6 a.m., what it's going to be at noon, and then 6 p.m. That's all you need to know about weather. Because at 6 in the morning, it's going to be a little fucking chillier than noon. And then at 6 p.m. could change to something else. That's all you need to know. No more updates. That's a nor'easter. Ugh, just fucking babbling. Yeah, I can't believe this. Fucking dummies with these. You know, you get that like odd day in January when it's like 60 degrees. And then you got every fucking asshole. Oh, I can't believe it's 60. Global warming. You know, it's global warming. Really? And then you look and like, you know, today is and then you see the news. Today is the warmest day since January 18th, 1932, when it was 61 degrees. Okay, so it was 61 degrees on January 18th, 1932. Now today it's 60. And what was that? Fucking 70, 81 years ago? Okay, so why was it 61 and 81 years ago? Was it global warming then? In 1932, were people walking around on that day going, man, global warming? They didn't even know what the hell that was. That wasn't even in the dictionary. Nobody even knew what that was. Nobody was saying that. The global warming. All right with that. That's a future podcast, too. Extremely overrated. A farce. And I'm not some fucking mad Republican. I'll fucking deliver the facts. That's a later podcast. I'm sick of this fucking global warming shit. Stop it. It was just a fluke day that it's 60 degrees in January on the fucking East Coast. That's all. It has nothing to do with global warming. The next day it's 32. So what are we back to normal? Oh, maybe it's not global warming. That what you had to blurt out? You couldn't just enjoy that day like, fuck, I can wear a t-shirt. This is awesome. I can go out. This is fucking great. No. Goddamn global warming. Fuck yourself. These assholes, they got their weather app on their phone. What about those fucking douches? You know, so once in a while, you need to know the weather in advance. You're going to a football game or something like that or whatever. Hey, I'm going to the game. I wonder what the weather's going to be on tomorrow and Sunday. Oh, hold on. I got the weather app on my phone. And then they click on it. Look. If you got a job and you need to know the weather the next day, I get it. You can have a weather app. You're a landscaper. You work outside, construction, whatever. Something where you need to know the weather. No problem with that. But if you're just somebody that fucking works in an office, just has a regular job that has nothing to do with the weather, doesn't affect you in any way, no reason to have a fucking weather app on your phone. That means you're just fucking nosy and you're filling time in your empty life. Let me see what the weather's going to be. If you're planning on going to the beach the next day, I get it. You go fucking look at the weather. You don't need a fucking, I got to go to my weather app. Do you know what you do? You fucking turn on your phone or your laptop and you put weather. Say you're going to Asbury Park, New Jersey. You're going to the beach there, okay? And you want to go tomorrow. You just put weather, Asbury Park, New Jersey in a fucking Google search. Hit the fucking return button and it pops up. Tomorrow, 83 and sunny. In 2 seconds, you got it. I like looking at the fucking Doppler radar on my weather app. You see this fucking gray area? See how it's moving towards here? No, you're not a fucking weatherman. You know nothing about it. It doesn't matter. It changes every 5 minutes. It's all bullshit. Professional weathermen don't even get it right. So how would you know? I'll just look on I downloaded the weather app. It's free. I could just look at the weather whenever I need it. I can pop it up whenever I need it. Is that really? You could pop it up? Good. Can you pop up your weather? Can you pop up the weather on your weather app? What's that Doppler radar saying? Yeah, you see this gray, red coming our way? Yeah, it's coming our way. Is that what it is? Whoa, we better bat down the hatches. Because according to your Doppler radar, it's coming our way. Look, you see what it's green and the what I don't even know. I don't even fucking pay attention to that. That's why I don't even know if it's green, it's red, whatever it is. You see this coming? Yeah, that means it'll probably be here in an hour. Okay, thanks. It's gonna be here in an hour. I don't care whether it's rain, snow, whatever. I live in a house. I got a roof. Most people do. It's okay. It's gonna be all right. I got a car. It's got windshield wipers. It's going to be okay. I got heat. I got air conditioning. Whatever's coming, I'm prepared for it. And everybody else is too. We're okay. We don't live in fucking tree forts. We don't live outside. You know, what happened to my weather app? You know, ever since I upgraded my iPhone, I lost the weather app. It's freaking me out. Ugh. Nosy fucks is what you are. Got nothing going on. Just trying to fill dead air. You're so uncomfortable in your own skin. You have to make small talk about the weather. Yeah, tomorrow's supposed to be shitty. That's what that deserves, just complete silence. I used to live in this building where I was in the elevators every day, and people would make small talk about the weather, and I wouldn't even acknowledge them. It was uncomfortable because I lived on the 27th floor, and it was 27 floors going down of just silence. And sometimes they bring it up to a couple times. Man, it's winter already. I would just stand there and look straight ahead. Man, it's going to hit 100 degrees starting tomorrow for the next 3 days. I can't believe this, man. Thank God my air conditioning works, huh? That's my reaction. Nothing. Don't even look at them. Just keep looking straight ahead. Don't even acknowledge it. It's icy out there, isn't it? Nothing. Nothing. That's my phone in the background. I don't want to freak anybody out. It's not my weather app. I can't believe it. I'm telling you, next time someone just brings up the weather that you don't know, a complete stranger when you're in the bank, the supermarket, or whatever, don't even acknowledge them. It's fucking funny and it's uncomfortable. And once you get back in your car or you're away from that person, you're going to fucking laugh to yourself. You will. Just fucking how uncomfortable you made that person. He wanted to make conversation about nothing, and you just totally blocked them and denied them. Nothing better, I'm telling you. It's fucking beautiful. Ignore them. Just ignore them. Just shut your fucking trap about the weather. All right? Nobody cares. Ugh. Get these assholes. I can't believe it's winter already. I can. It's January 8th. Look at the calendar. What is it that you don't believe? You live in New Jersey, and it's January. What did you think the weather was going to be? You've been here for fucking 35 years. It just seems like we went right from summer to winter. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. You didn't go from one day being at the beach, fucking, surfing, to shoveling snow. That would be going right from summer to winter. You didn't do any of that. It was summertime. You were at the beach. Then all of a sudden the weather started changing a little bit. You had to start wearing a long sleeve shirt. Then you went to wearing a light jacket outside. Then turning on the heat for the first time in your house. Then putting summer clothes away and bringing out the winter wear. Then you started putting fire in the fireplace. Then you started wearing heavy jackets. Then you started scraping ice off your windshield. So there was a lot of time between summer and winter. So what the fuck are you talking about? Can't believe it's winter. It seems like there wasn't even a fall. Please, just fall and hurt yourself badly. It doesn't even seem like there was a fall this year. Just fall and get hurt and be laid up for a long time. Break your jaw when you fall so then you can't make small talk about the weather. That's what I want. I want your fucking jaw wired for 3 months, a really bad broken jaw. So you won't scribble that down on a piece of paper. The weather, you'll fucking just, that's really not that important, so I'm not going to write that out. So you could just shut your fucking trap about the weather with your broken jaw. You can't believe it seems like there wasn't even a fall. Is that what it seems like? Really? What about these assholes that walk around, man, something happens, a storm or a hurricane or a tornado or something like that. Mother Nature's pissed. No, she's not. There's no such thing as Mother Nature. If you really think there's an actual Mother Nature, then you must think Santa Claus is real. Mother Nature's really pissed. Really? We piss off Mother Nature all the time. Maybe not everybody. I know I do. The ocean, that's part of Mother Nature, right? Whenever there's a big fucking storm or whatever, the ocean, flooding and stuff, that's part of Mother Nature. Yeah, well, I fucking piss in there all the time. I've shit in the ocean before. I've even come in the ocean. I've done all three. So I must have really been pissing her off. Her water, her ocean, and I'm fucking letting shit come out of my dick, my ass. 2 things, piss, shit, and cum. I did all of that in the ocean. What do you think of that, Mother Nature? Oh, she must be pissed now. She's pissed, Mother Nature. Is she really? Well, what should we do to get her in a better mood? Why don't we break this down, since you brought it up? Should we send her a nice card to apologize for getting her mad? That's what we get when we mess with Mother Nature. Really? That's what we get? Okay, I guess we shouldn't mess with her anymore, because she means business, right? Ugh. Don't ever bring up Mother Nature. That's Mother Nature telling us we need to take better care of the planet. Yuck. Is that what she's telling us? Because I didn't hear her. Why didn't she just make an announcement to everybody? Why didn't she send out a group text? Why wouldn't she just open a Twitter account and announce it there? If she's trying to tell us, just fucking do it. Instead of causing a tragedy, why doesn't you do it? She sounds like a fucking cunt. Why would she form a tornado that killed 17 people? That's pretty hardcore and evil, don't you think? She could have just fucking, announced on Twitter, you guys better cut the shit. Take care of the planet. Why didn't she do that? Why did she have to kill 17 people? Why are we putting up with the Americans getting killed on our soil? We should declare a war on Mother Nature. That's what we should do. If she's doing all this nasty and evil shit to us, declare war on Mother Nature. Homeland Security can watch weather patterns and stop tornadoes and hurricanes in their tracks when they see one coming in advance. That's what they should do. They can have a press conference. We overheard Mother Nature telling Father Time that she was plotting a hurricane to hit South Florida. So we took the space shuttle up way into the sky, and before she can rub her hands together and wiggle her fingers and make this hurricane appear, we arrested her. We made the arrest. That's how fucking ridiculous your Mother Nature comment is. That's why I went there. That the fucking FBI went up in the space shuttle and arrested Mother Nature up there before she rubbed her hands and wiggled her fingers, because that's how you put a hex on things. Before she could do it, they put her in handcuffs. That's why I went fucking that deep in absurdity, because of you with your fucking Mother Natures. Don't piss her off. Don't mess with her. That's why I did that. Mother Nature's not real. Throw it in with the Easter Bunny, Santa Claus, and the Tooth Fairy. That's where you put that. It has nothing to do with it. It's just weather patterns happening along the way. Every once in a while, shit's going to get bad. That's just the way it is. It's the way it's been for a long time. There's going to be hurricanes. There's going to be tornadoes. It's just weather patterns. It has nothing to do with anything else. It just happens. Ugh. Please, next time someone talks to you, even if it's a family member, about the weather, when it doesn't really matter, just ignore them. Don't say a word and let me know how it worked out. Complete silence. That's what, please, just do that for me and report back what happened. Because I love hearing shit like that. Storm's coming in the middle of next week. What would you like me to do about that? You want me to see if I could tweet at Mother Nature and ask her to put the storm off another week? Is that what you want me to do? You're telling me 6 days before, this is storm's supposed to be coming in the middle of next week. Maybe I can go to Mother Nature's Facebook page and post on a wall that we as a country are sorry we keep pissing her off. Is that what you want me to do? It's 6 days away. You want me to start putting rock salt down now? Should I start lining up the snow shovels? Should I lay out my snow outfit now? Should I go to the store to pick up bread and milk? Should I call out of work now for that day? Should I put the car in the garage now so no snow gets on it? Should I fill the DVR up with full of movies so we don't get bored during the storm? Should I run out to the store and get some hot chocolate? Because once, after you shovel for a while, you want to come in and warm up? Maybe we should start making some chicken noodle soup too. You sure it's coming in the middle of next week? Because I don't want to do all this prep work for nothing. Why don't you open your weather app on your iPhone and check your Doppler radar? You fucking nosy. Got nothing else interesting going on in your life, so you have to talk about the weather, you fucking douchebag. That's what I think about your storm, your warning that you gave me that there's a storm coming in the middle of next week. That's what I think of that. You're nosy. Filling time with fucking nonsense. And I'm not going to fill anybody else's time with any more nonsense, so I'm done. The podcast is over. I don't give a shit about the weather. I don't care. Leave me alone.